For many of us, holiday shopping is in full swing, and if you're still looking for ideas for those hard to shop people on your list, the Boise Police Department says safety-focused gifts can be both practical and meaningful. So joining us today is Ed Fritz from the Boise Police Department's Crime Prevention Unit with some gift ideas for us. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Glad to be here.
Well, I don't know if you saw some of the snow coming into the studio. Maybe a good idea to start thinking about gifts that will help drivers this holiday season. Can you talk about those?
Absolutely. Like winter weather that we're having now is a great place to start, especially if you have a new driver, especially if you have someone you're trying to find that's new to the area that hasn't driven in this thing, this kind of weather before. And so truly a lot of the gifts are probably good every single time throughout the year. And so it's stuff that we should have in our cars already. Things like, an ice scraper, a brush, something like that, where you can clean your window off, they can get the frost off, they're not out there with a credit card or something trying to make sure they can see out of their vehicle. From more of the emergency type stuff, emergency type kits that you have, whether it's small tool sets, jumper cables, road flares, things that if that emergency happens, it's going to be very important to have. A good first aid kit is always great to have in your vehicle for those small accidents that you may have here or there. But you're even talking bigger type of roadside emergencies, things from window breakers to seatbelt cutters if you have to get out of your car in an emergency, or maybe just something as simple as a blanket, so that in weather like this, if you get stranded alongside the road, you're able to stay warm.
Right. What about home? When we're talking about home, maybe it's a good idea to have some of those gifts stored away for emergencies. What does that look like? I think the home safety is a little more peace of mind. You're giving some peace of mind so they feel safe in their house. And so things like even cameras that we have that are available from there. I've heard of many parents buying those for, first time person out on their own, first time home buyer. Yeah. So that they can monitor their property, they can feel safer in their property. But even things like a carbon monoxide detector or a new smoke detector, things to keep them safe in their home in case that emergency happens. Once again, very good, especially with this time of year, whether we have furnaces on, where we have a lot of appliances on with that. But even things as simple as a fire extinguisher that we should have in our house in case that small emergency happens, we need to put out something very quickly. And maybe some batteries for some of these things too as well. For someone watching this right now and saying, well, these, I'd rather gift them something a little bit more personal. Why is this important to maybe consider as a gift?
It's probably the more practical gift, really, from there. Things that you need in your home that a lot of people sometimes don't think from time to time that they have to have, like the fire extinguisher, like different things like that. But in the event you need them, you want to have them around.
Yeah, for sure. Anything else we should know?
I think just this time of year with people and traveling, with people getting new gifts, it's just things to consider, just the everyday safety things. So with people traveling a lot, we've already talked about a few safety items here, but talk to people about planning for their trips, checking the weather before they go, checking the routes before they go, making sure they're talking to people about those plans, and so people know where they're supposed to be, when they're supposed to be there. And even some of the home safety pieces, like with so many people getting new gadgets, new electronics, talk with your kids about the safety requirements from there and plan ahead.
All right, well, very helpful information and great gift ideas. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.